Hey everybody, it's Jeff from New York, and today we are back in Las Vegas on the Las Vegas Strip. Well, I'm kind of not facing the Strip this time around. I'm facing Highway 15 here in Las Vegas, a major artery going through the town. I stayed last night at the Bellagio, and I'm planning on heading downstairs to check out the Bellagio's buffet for brunch. That's right, I made my bed this morning. I make my bed every morning, even when I'm on vacation. If there's two things I do first thing in the morning is get out of bed and make the bed, preferably in that order. Apparently the big wigs at the Bellagio couldn't come up with a name for their buffet, so it's called the Buffet at Bellagio. Not very creative. From the Buffet at Bellagio website, it says, leave your misconceptions of buffet dining at the door. The buffet at the Bellagio is an experience like no other in Las Vegas. Our chefs bring together the freshest ingredients and the best dishes from around the world, including Italian, Japanese, Chinese, and American cuisines, plus a whole lot more. I made a call the day before and pretty much got to zip past this line, which was a good thing, so let's check out the Bellagio brunch here at the buffet. By now you guys know how I do these buffets. I do what I call a flyby first, just to check out what's being offered here before I fix myself the first plate. This is a brunch, so they're starting off with some breakfast juices and some Scottish smoked salmon and bagels. Some of the fixins here include onions and some sour cream. We have red onions, some looks like chives, some capers. We have some bread here, morning bread with some marmalade, butter, some stuff you can put on your bread, some toppings and stuff like Nutella and things like that, whipped butter. Again, some morning breads. I never heard of charcoal bread. If any of you have heard of charcoal bread, let me know what that is, but I passed on that. Some more bagels. We have some muesli. We have, some yogurt parfait stuff, some chai pudding, and some fresh fruit. Basically, some good stuff to start your day off. And we go straight from the breakfast foods into the seafood. I guess that's what brunch is all about. We have some mussels here. We have some, octopus and potato salad. We have some tuna salad. We have more tuna, some shrimp and scallop salad, deli seafood salad, shrimp, more shrimp, and shrimp. Sauce Louis. Sauce Louis, by the way, is from New Orleans as far as I'm concerned. It's basically a tangy chili type of a sauce with some citrus in it. It's really good for shrimp and seafood like this. There's tartar sauce and cocktail sauce as well, and of course lemons. And it looks like we're back to some breakfast goodies here. We have some country gravy, we have some biscuits, we have some crispy hash browns, some cheese blintzes, some French toast, a whole bunch of toppings like strawberry sauce and blueberry sauce, and they have some apple crepes as well. All healthy food. And then we have some scrambled eggs, not for me, and we have some bacon, some pork sausage, some smashed breakfast potatoes, all breakfast goodies. And it looks like we have an Asian station here with some sesame chicken. We have some fried rice. That sounds good. Sweet and spicy noodles. You guys know I love my lo mein. We have some shrimp hargo. I think I had that once before. I didn't like it at all. Some pork and shrimp shumai. I don't know what that is. And some, looks like sauteed broccoli. And some soy sauce, chili sauce, and of course some steamed white rice. And here we have some cooked seafood. We have some oysters Rockefeller, some seared salmon. Hey! Lady behind the counter, there's no seared salmon here. We have some Chilean sea bass. Thank you. And we have some mussels in garlic white wine sauce. And here we have what looks like a charcuterie area with some meats and some cheeses. We have some grilled vegetables and some dried fruit. Looks like they're really mixing it up here at the Bellagio buffet. Next up we have some breakfast cinnamon rolls, which go really well with pepperoni pizza, some wild mushroom pizza, some pizza bianco or white pie, and some margarita pizza. Here we have a colossal pancake, which is, I guess, just like a huge party pancake with the Bellagio logo on it. We have some waffles, some regular pancakes, and again, the order here is kind of wacky. We have some mac and cheese, some polenta with bone marrow to go with your waffle, I guess, some broccolini, some sauteed mushrooms, asparagus, not labeled, but I know what asparagus looks like. I love asparagus. We have some au jus sauce and some barbecue sauce to go with those pancakes. And here we have the carving station, which was kind of busy, so I'm hoping to get back to that later, but it looks like turkey and prime rib. Here we have some cranberry sauce, some spring vegetable melody, some brioche stuffing. We have some mashed potatoes, brown gravy, turkey gravy, some different types of sausages, it looks like, rotisserie chicken, and some roasted chili peppers. Next up looks like the salad station. We have some chopped romaine, a personal favorite, mixed greens, we have some spinach, we have some mozzarella cheese, cheddar cheese, crumbled blue cheese, some cherry tomatoes, some pico de gallo, cucumbers, red onions, hard-boiled eggs, croutons, and all different kinds of dressings. Next up we have what looks like a soup station. We have some clam chowder and some grilled cheeses. Grilled cheese and soup, that sounds really good. We have some tomato basil soup. We have some more bread and butter. There's more of that charcoal bread. I really don't know what charcoal bread is. Some dinner rolls. We have some more butter. And let's see, we have some melted butter. Lots of butter here. Some wheat toast, some white toast, and some warm maple syrup. What that's doing here, I have no idea. Some of this buffet is a little confusing. That's pretty much it for the main food, and everything seems a little out of whack here, or as where I come from, we say the adjacency isn't appropriate. But we're moving on to the dessert station here, where you have some chocolate sauce, we have some caramel sauce, some gelato. It wouldn't be a buffet without gelato. Lots of pastries, blueberry pie, pecan pie. We have some lemon meringue cupcakes, some chocolate cupcakes, key lime pie. We have some tiramisu. We have some cheesecake, some carrot cake, some Oreo cheesecake, some espresso pâte au crème. We have some sugar-free and gluten-free stuff. We have some chocolate molten cake. We have some orange cream panna cotta, some strawberry panna cotta, and some raspberry mousse. No chicken or Chinese noodles here at the dessert station. Someone must have thought this out. This is Mitzi, the Rubber Ducky Showgirl, who shows up on all my Vegas videos. As most of you know, there are hidden mascots, or some of you call them Easter eggs, in my videos. Mitzi shows up in all the Vegas ones. Sometimes she's easy to spot, other times she's quite elusive, so keep your eyes open while watching the video. If you spot her, note the time in the comments below, and if you're the first one, you'll get a shout out on an upcoming video. We also have some chocolate donuts, we have some custard donuts, some strawberry donuts. Let's see, we have some cookies, we have some assorted Danish, assorted cookies, more cookies, and some croissants. And before I fix my first plate, I forgot a station here. It looks like an oatmeal station. First off, we have maple syrup, because anywhere there's a hole, apparently they're gonna put maple syrup. Some caramelized apples, some oatmeal, and all the fixings for oatmeal, including butter, brown sugar, cinnamon. There's some black raisins, some fruit, some pecans or pecans, dried cranberry, almonds, banana chips, dried figs, and what else we got here? We got, oh look, this goes well with oatmeal, miso soup and chicken noodles soup. Not chicken noodle soup, chicken noodles soup. Well, technically, I suppose they're correct. So I'm thinking it's about 11:30 right now. I checked out of my room at 11, so I haven't had anything to eat. I'm going to start off with some of that cold fish area, the bagels with some lox that looked really good, and some of these shrimp, and maybe I'll get some juice because it's morning time, and some fresh cut fruit. It all sounds good right now. Hey, if you're enjoying this video, why not just put it on pause just for a moment? Hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the New York channel if you haven't done it already. It really does help the channel out. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. It lets you know when new things have popped up on the channel. Thanks a lot. Again, it really does help the channel out. So right now I'm just fixing myself a little shrimp cocktail here with some nice cold fresh shrimp, some lemon, and some cocktail sauce. Then I'm gonna head over to that fresh cut fruit, pick up some melon, and let's see, I think I'm gonna get some watermelon juice. That's something I don't get that often. I hardly ever have watermelon juice. And I'm gonna pick up a bagel and some of that lox and fixins. Fruit and fruit juice is great in the morning, but at this buffet I gotta go a little easy with the fruit because I have to leave room for that dessert, and I just don't want too much sugar at the beginning of the day. I'll just crash and the day will be a waste. So gonna take some fruit, not sure how much I'm gonna eat, but I'm leaving room for, as far as sugar is concerned, for those delicious looking desserts. I picked out a everything bagel. Now they will toast it if you ask. I decided not to wait. I just took the bagel as is. So I picked up some whipped cream cheese. I got that smoked salmon that looks delicious. I have some raw red onions, some chives, some capers, and I'm gonna fix myself a nice bagel and lox. And here we have it, plate number one. I got the fixings for a nice shrimp cocktail, some fresh cut fruit, I got some watermelon juice, which I'm really dying to try that watermelon juice. And I got my fixings for a wonderful, hopefully, bagel and lox. So I squeezed some lemon on the shrimp, and the shrimp cocktail is very good. And some people might think, well, how can you screw up a shrimp cocktail? But you really could, I suppose. First of all, if they aren't ice cold, then they're not good. If they taste a little too briny or seafoody, they're not good. These are ice cold. They taste extremely fresh. That lemon really brightens it up. And the cocktail sauce, while it looks a little ketchup-y, has actually got a little kick to it. They did have some horseradish on the side, but I didn't use it. First, I'd like to try it, and after trying it, it does taste good as is. Next up is the fruit, and the watermelon juice. It's not as sweet as I thought it would be, which is, I guess, a good thing. I don't like really overly sweet things, which will probably fool you later when I'm eating desserts. But what bothered me about the watermelon juice is it was kind of warm, and I moved on to the fresh fruit, which was very sweet, very cold, very good. And as you can see, I took my 2 halves of the everything bagel and made myself some nice bagel and lox. And no disappointment here, everything was super fresh and super cold. Now off to some breakfast items. Gonna start with some of those delicious looking blintzes and some French toast. Try one of these apple crepes. Some strawberry compote for the blintzes. As you guys know by now, I'll pass up on the eggs, but not on the pork sausage and the beautiful looking bacon because, well, protein's good for you, right? I was never big on buffets, but I'm learning as I go along just a little bit of everything or else you'll never make it to the end. Alrighty, Bellagio Buffet Part 2. I have a cheese blintza with some strawberry compote, French toast, some pork sausage, some bacon, and a apple crepe. I didn't take any butter or maple syrup for the French toast, even though there was maple syrup available pretty much at every station up there. The blinza was very good, a little bit crispy on the outside, just the way I like it, not overly done, but the inside the ricotta filling was nice and light and fluffy, and the strawberry compote really just brought the whole thing to life. Next up was the apple crepe, which again was very good. It was light as air, and the inside was nice and appley and cinnamony and warm. Actually, everything on this plate was a good temperature. I know this stuff is hard to keep warm without overcooking it, but everything was nice and warm the way it should be, with the exception of the bacon, which was, I guess, you can say room temperature, but that was fine. As many of you know, I don't eat eggs, but I do enjoy things made with eggs, and French toast is a good example. It's just basically bread dipped in egg and then fried. Don't have a problem with that. I just don't eat eggs by themselves. And the French toast, like other items on this plate, was cooked to perfection, just a little crispy around the edges the way I like it, but nice and fluffy and fresh in the middle, and it tastes great with this strawberry compote, by the way. Next up are the meats on the plate, and the pork sausage was very good. Sometimes you get a breakfast sausage and it's very fatty and greasy and not much flavor, but this actually, the flavor of the pork came through nice with some of the spices inside, and it wasn't overly greasy or fatty. And the bacon as well wasn't undercooked and limp, or it wasn't overly crispy. It was chewy, which is the way I like bacon. I like chewy bacon. And yeah, I eat bacon with my fingers. Doesn't everybody? Protein. Good for your muscles and brain. I should probably get some more. Next up, the Asian station. One of my favorites, as you guys know, and I've had some of these rolled shrimp things before at other buffets, and they're pretty horrible. I had nothing against the borgata, I just don't like the way those taste, so I'm moving on to my good old standards. We got some lo mein noodles, a personal favorite. I love lo mein. This looks like a vegetable lo mein. And next to that, we have some fried rice. Again, it looks like a vegetable fried rice. I don't see much meat in there, if any. But there is some scrambled egg, which I will eat around, of course. But not that much. Not that much to turn me off. These foods are loaded with carbs, and carbs give you energy, so I should probably load a little bit more on the plate. And some sesame chicken to finish off things here. Note to self, let's see, I got bacon and breakfast sausage, which is loaded with protein, great for muscles and my brain. And now I've loaded up my plate with carbs, which are really good for all day energy. You're doing a good job, Jeff. Keep up the good work with all this nutritious food. Some soy sauce, which I'm sure will keep my blood pressure from dropping dangerously low. Maybe someday I'll start a nutrition channel here on YouTube and give everyone really good nutrition advice. Not a bad idea, Jeff. But you might want to get some attorneys involved with that channel. So I was gonna say here's my Asian plate, but it's really all Chinese. I got vegetable lo mein, vegetable fried rice, and sesame chicken. The lo mein's pretty good. The noodles are tender, the vegetables are bringing a lot to the table, if you will, lots of flavor, and it's a little bit sweet, a little bit spicy, just like lo mein should be. The only issue I have with the lo mein is the temperature, and that's the first time here at this buffet. It's kind of like room temperature. I better eat it all up before it gets colder. In the background, you can see my drink. Guess what? That's right, unsweetened iced tea. Next is the vegetable fried rice with a little bit of soy sauce on top. Again, very tasty, flavorful, and actually I don't think there are any eggs in this fried rice. But again, it's kind of warm, it's not hot. So maybe the burner, maybe something just went wrong with the station, I don't know. Everything tastes good, it's just not as hot as it should be. The sesame chicken as well, very tasty, a little on the mushy side, but I've come to expect that with all Chinese chicken, I think. And again, it could be warmer. In case you're wondering about hours and pricing here at the Bellagio buffet, it's open every day for brunch 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and the price for that is $49.99. And it's open Wednesday through Sunday for dinner 5 p.m. to 9 p.m. and that's $64.99. There is a beverage package, $24.99, all you can drink of the items listed here, and there's a limit of 2 hours on that beverage package. And here's some a la carte prices. Now the last thought on my mind when I woke up this morning is, hey, let's go down to the Bellagio buffet and get some grilled cheese sandwiches. Well, here I am at the Bellagio buffet getting half a grilled cheese sandwich. Here we have the carving station. They have some glazed ham, some roasted turkey, it looks like some prime rib, and some barbecue. I got some of the ham, some asparagus, I love asparagus, I think I mentioned that, and some of this mac and cheese. A little cranberry sauce. In case you're wondering, there are other buffet videos here on the New York channel from Las Vegas, including the MGM Grand and the Wynn buffets. Those are two that are behind me. I have a couple coming up in the future, and of course there's some from Atlantic City as well. First I'm going to try this little individual mac and cheese. It looks cute, and the best mac and cheese I ever had at a buffet was at the Hard Rock in Atlantic City. Gonna test this one, and I have to tell you right off the bat, not as good as the Hard Rock in Atlantic City. It's good, just not as good. And this one fooled me. I mean, it looks nice and creamy, and it's got the chives in it and a lot of little brown bits. Can't go wrong with brown bits, right? But the flavor just isn't there. Now, I love grilled cheese, but I just find it very funny that the Bellagio is serving up some grilled cheese here at their buffet. That's something I expect at, Circus or the Excalibur, but it's just plain white bread with American cheese. I guess it's for the kids. I have to say the service here at the Bellagio buffet was very good. Every time I came back to my table, the table was cleaned up, no more dishes, my drink was refilled, and my napkin was folded. The asparagus was fresh and firm as it should be. It was very tasty. And that just leaves the ham on this plate, and the ham was very juicy, it was warm, it wasn't overly salty. A lot of times you get a ham, it's salty. This one was pretty much perfect, and that cranberry sauce on top just added the right amount of sweet and tart. When I was able to get it on the ham, again I'm eating here with one hand and the other one's holding a camera. I'm making grilled cheese for the kiddies here at the Bellagio buffet. And it wouldn't be a buffet without a stop to the pizza station. I'm getting a white slice, or at least attempting to get a white slice. Again, one-handed here. And I'm gonna get a cheese slice as well. And the pizza was, to be as expected, mediocre. I mean, I never heard anyone say, hey, check out that buffet, they have awesome pizza. It was good, it was chewy, it was a little flimsy, but it was fresh and it was a good attempt for a buffet. It never fails, as soon as I brag about the service, my iced tea needs to be refilled. Okay, I tasted the pizza. Mission accomplished. Alrighty, we're rounding third base and heading home, folks. Off to the dessert station. I got a lemon cheesecake to go with my key lime pie. I'm gonna pick up one of these espresso pot au cremes. And I think I'll pick up one of these creme brulees. Let's see, the bacon and sausage provided lots of protein for my muscles and brain, and all the carbs from that Chinese food provided me with lots of energy for the upcoming day, and the sugar provided me with, well, the sugar's good for the soul. And here we have my key lime pie, my lemon cheesecake, my espresso pot au creme, and my creme brulee. I probably would have actually gotten more desserts if it was near the end of the day, but this is the beginning of the day. We'll start off with the lemon cheesecake, which is very creamy, very lemony, and it comes with a shortbread crust. Usually cheesecake comes with a gingerbread crust, but the shortbread crust is good for a change. I love key lime pie. I've been to Key West several times, and nothing beats an authentic key lime pie or key lime anything from Key West, but this is pretty good. A key lime pie is made with key limes, obviously, very tart, much tarter than a regular lime, and I think it's condensed milk and sugar, and this is very creamy. The meringue top is perfect for the topping, and again, another shortbread crust. Very good key lime pie here. Again, one-handedness is proving to be a challenge. Next up is a creme brulee, which I had mentioned in other buffet videos that I think creme brulee was actually a mistake made years, maybe hundreds of years ago in a French kitchen somewhere, where they put some sugar on top and they accidentally burnt it in the kitchen. I'm making that story up, but it sounds good to me. This creme brulee, by the way, is very good. And as you can see from my plate, I am now in tasting mood. I am so full of food right now. I had a great time here at the Bellagio buffet, but I am stuffed, so just a little teaspoon of everything at this point. This espresso pot au creme is really good. It tastes not like coffee, but like espresso. Very, very strong coffee. It was a perfect way to finish off these desserts. Oh my gosh, I am so full, but I had a good meal here at the Bellagio buffet, and I got a long day ahead of me, so I'm going to be walking this meal off. There are better buffets, and there are some that are not as good as. For example, the MGM Grand, not as good as, but the Wynn Buffet, better than. But again, the Wynn Buffet is a lot more expensive. That was close to $70, actually a little bit more. This one, again, $49.99 plus gratuity. And we really got a lot of food for your, a lot of bang for your buck. And again, the adjacency of all the food didn't make much sense, but it really didn't matter once I sat down to the table and was eating the food, which was very good here. And that's why I like to do that buffet flyby when I get to a buffet, not just for video purposes, but at least I know where everything is, what's here, and how I can fix my plates as I come up. So what'd you think of the Bellagio buffet? Did you like what you saw? Do you like what I picked? Would you have picked other items? Let me know in the comments below. A new feature on the New York channel is the Super Thanks button, which is close to that thumbs up button that I know you've already clicked on. Clicking on that Super Thanks button not only shows your support for the New York channel, but really helps the channel grow. And doing so will let you leave a colorful comment pinned above all other comments here on this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like, comment, ask some questions, and most importantly, subscribe by clicking on the button on the left. You can visit all of my New York videos by clicking on the top right, or check out my videos on other favorite places to visit by clicking on the bottom right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you around the city.